Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project in a landfill already.
And there you have
that one before.
No. We'll talk about that one more.
Terrible idea.
What's going on?
What's up? We thought we'd start a little bit early tonight since we're a little ahead of schedule.
Doing a heckin' earliness.
So that's what she said.
Yeah, of course. Now there's the Go Chiefs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
USNA.
Whatever. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. Getting closer to the weekend. That much closer. I can feel it. What are you going with? Oh, my. Trial by Wombat. Oh, God. Okay, that's a great can.
Trial by Wombat. These are all the beers that Wizard of Oz brought for KCO.
Oh, okay.
That I've been avoiding drinking until I could have them with you, because he brought a lot of IPAs.
Oh, even better.
And so yeah, this one's got Galaxy hops.
Sweet. Happy birthday, Oz. Thank you.
Buffalo.
It's actually on Friday. Since the show's Wednesday, we'll figure we go ahead and celebrate. Yeah, a lot came out this week. Got some Hall of Fame inductees. The PBA schedule literally came out the next morning after we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago for a little bit. So
yeah, it couldn't have been any worse timing.
No, because we were like trying to figure something out to talk about that last show. So.
Yeah, and then at 9:30 the following morning, we get the PBA schedule.
I sent that message. I'm like, can you believe it? The damn schedule just came out. All right. This is an IPA?
Yeah.
Eric Schultz, what's going on?
What's up?
That's actually pretty good. Yeah. That's tasty. It's tasty. Which beer makes pulling snares hook less?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you get beer, you get a little liquid courage. Maybe you can throw it harder, so maybe it won't hook as much.
Come here, buddy.
I got nothing.
Dog. Hey, Dingo.
We've got the pups down here with us.
Dingo.
I'm live in the flesh this evening.
Dingo. Hey, come here.
We come up and say hi to the peeps.
Come here.
He's like, nah, I'm good. Say hi to the peeps.
Come on.
You're stupid. Give a chance to everybody to cycle in here. We'll talk a little bit. I guess we can probably start the show off here as we get some people going and talk a little PBA schedule and the nonsense that is.
We do need to get to the bowling alley at a decent time tomorrow for birthday shots.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that. I'm always there early though, so.
Yeah, we've been there early the last couple weeks.
But yeah, my feelings wouldn't be hurt. We could do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. With the schedule out, well, either you go to Springfield because there's nothing going in Wichita. We'll probably talk on that here in a little bit. I probably won't go to Springfield, to be honest. I make a trip down there already as it is. But it sounds like I'm going to holiday doubles now. I'm not bowling, but I'm going with a buddy. Moral support. Sour beers for Haas tomorrow. No, negative. I'll pass on the sour beers. Thank you, though. This hat, I wish I could just right there. Just do the.
Yeah.
But it just hangs over my eyes and I can't see anything. There. So far, so good. It's not that hot yet.
Yep.
This hat gets really hot. Creighton, thank you. Appreciate it.
We're streaming in 720p for some reason.
Are we really?
Not like anybody wants to see us in HD anyway.
Nobody wants to see us in full high definition. Yeah. Sour beers are good. That depends on who you talk to. I'm going to have to
get up here.
Disagree with you on that, all right?
Hey, move. Get out of the way. Aspen.
To the Devin. What's up? Still
Bummer,
working.
baby.
Still working, hiding my phone. Just can't miss the show. Well, we appreciate you risking it all for us.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Yep, there's Storm down here, and as you can hear him talking, he is a very vocal pup.
What are you talking about?
He's like, I'd like some of that beer. Where's the wolves? Yeah, 480 at best. Don't be a
You're the
hipster.
best, Puggles. You're the best pig. You're the best pig.
Yeah, we are. On my end, we're definitely streaming. Is that something you can adjust?
No, it says 720p.
Well,
So
that's weird.
they updated this is Studio 2.0,
Yeah.
and they changed some stuff, and I really don't like what they changed. So
Oh, that's right. I did see something that they did an update, but didn't they have some extra features and stuff though that is kind of friendly?
yeah, some of the stuff isn't bad.
Just traveling back from Mobile, Alabama.
But
Happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we
too
got.
bad you couldn't have celebrated it with the Broncos win.
Thank you. Let's just dig that knife.
Yeah.
Turn it a little more.
Well, I'm just waiting for the onslaught of everybody. I mean, the entire country is just waiting for the Chiefs to lose so that they can just unload for a solid week,
I know.
which is not going to be totally undeserved.
I think they'll play a pretty good game against Buffalo this week. You'd be shocked. A lot of people, we're going to lose to Buffalo. I don't think so. I think they're going to show up, play a good game.
Because they got they're getting Pacheco, and
Pacheco was out this
somebody
week.
Okay.
He is out. They already announced that.
Okay.
But I don't know. Hey, Kansas City got lucky with that block that kick. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and you can say that it's like, we didn't just get lucky. We practiced that. And it's like, oh, well,
Still takes a lot of work.
every team practices stuff like that.
Yes.
They practice whatever else. And so if they actually manage to pull it off 1 out of 50 times, then they could say, oh yeah, we practiced that. We were ready for it. It's like, well, that doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. That's a very infrequent, no matter how hard you try, it's just it's like hitting a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, you chuck it up there, and when it works out for the Commanders, then it's like, oh yeah, well, we definitely want it. Well, yeah, I mean,
They practice that too.
yeah.
But
So
just so you know, I hate football. So we'll leave it at that. Shall we talk a little PBA National Tour schedule here?
yep, we are.
Do a little bowling talk on this bowling show.
It's overrated.
All right. So most of you already knew going into the season or going in before the schedule announcement that they were going to be doing first tournament of the year in Delaware. And that is going to be starting the season on January 20th. So we were just kind of talking about this pre-show is the next event after the opener is going to be the U.S. Open, and that's going from Delaware to Indianapolis, which is in a week. That's kind of a heck of a hike to start the year. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but
Yeah, no, it just for those of you that don't know where frickin' Delaware is.
Luke's going to school you.
Delaware is east, so it's not as bad. Like, I think Delaware, and I think like frickin' New Hampshire and stuff. Delaware is really just to the east of Maryland, so it's as far east in the country as you can go, but at least it's not like up by Maine.
Yeah, that would be rough.
So it's right under Philadelphia. It's a little bit east of Baltimore, but it is literally, I mean, that's for somebody like Zach Wilkins driving from Kansas City, that's a 18-hour drive. For Stu and for Beef and Barnsey, it's probably a 20-hour drive. And you drive because you have 30 bowling balls that you're carrying with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So and it's cheaper.
It's not a just hop in a plane or whatever. No, it doesn't work that way.
I just Storm have to work on that live just because he wants to talk to you.
Yeah,
he just wants to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. New Hampshire is 9 hours from Delaware. Okay.
Yeah, I just for some reason I think Delaware and I think New Hampshire and Connecticut and all that stuff that's up in the corner.
Yeah. Still, it's a heck of a hike from even to get to Indianapolis in it. Like they literally turn around and they're in.
Yeah.
The next day, I think what did they call them this year?
Which I mean, when you go up to Bayside, it's not like it's.
Yeah, no, not at all. So from Indianapolis after the Open, they actually get a decently short drive, and it looks like they have 2 tournaments in a week for the Illinois Classic and then the Roth-Holman Doubles in Vernon Hills, Illinois. And from there, that's where they travel to Springfield, which is another decent drive. I mean, they're keeping them in a little
it's not,
bubble there. That's not terrible.
Too bad.
I'm glad to see them continue to go into Springfield.
That's in February.
Yep.
Yeah, again, probably.
Are you going to try and go?
That would be one thing. We'd go down for like a couple days and come back.
Yeah.
I don't think that because we're going to have. We always spend $1 million when the kids are here, and so they're here in the middle of January, which is that's another month away. But then a month after that, we got Southwest, and so we might drive down there for a couple days. But
yeah, I probably won't make the trip because we literally go to Springfield like not long after that.
Okay,
so I probably won't make
you
that
guys
trip.
go pretty early in.
Yeah,
March.
we do. I don't remember the exact weekend, but I also have nationals literally a month after that's over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save the trip.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you'll have Springfield Nationals back to back.
Yep. So that'll be some traveling. That's why I'm not bowling the Southwest with the Keelers group this year because of that reason. I'd be bowling those back to back, and then I'd get home that Thursday or whatever it is, and then have Southwest that following week. So I'm trying to avoid the travel as much as possible. So after the P. Weber Missouri Classic in Springfield, Missouri, they will travel to, which is a hike, but it looks like they get a week off. Yeah, they get a little bit of a break, but from Springfield they go to Reno, Nevada, and that is a hike.
Yeah, and they give them a week at least.
Yeah.
Which is weird. The Nevada Classic goes from February 25th to March 15th. Oh, I get okay. So the Nevada so that the World Series of Bowling is in there too. So
yeah, but how does the Nevada Classic when the World Series starts on March 3rd?
I have no idea. Well, it probably they probably have the dates wrong. It's probably what that is.
Probably.
It probably goes from February 25th to March 1st or March 2nd or something. That's probably a type. I would say should be March 1st, not March 15th.
Let's see if I click this and more info and see if it does.
No, the event.
No,
dates
it's March 15th. Is there a schedule on it? Yeah, here we go.
Well, I think the Nevada. Okay.
Pre-tournament qualifiers the 25th. Wednesday qualifying round 1 and 2. Thursday qualifying round 3. Cut to the top 32 for PBA Nevada Classic Elimination round 1. I kind of like that format.
Mm-hmm. So the finals is the 15th. So you bowl the tournament and then you bowl and then you do the finals 2 or 3 weeks later. So
they do the finals during the World Series of Bowling week.
Yeah,
essentially. I do like it when they do the elimination rounds. I also like the best of 8 or best of.
Yeah, Nico said they're doing the TV show at the stadium, so they're not. Okay. That's at Coconut Bowl, but they're doing the finals. So that would kind of piss me off to have an entire tournament in one center and then have the finals in a completely different center. That's like just hitting the reset button.
Well, yeah.
Which I can understand it. It's probably once they set up everything for the World Series of Bowling, I'm sure it's going to be a whole lot cheaper. Versus setting all the stuff up at Coconut Bowl and whether or not they can even do it.
Right.
Logistically speaking, it makes a whole lot more sense for them to do that at the stadium. But from a competitive standpoint, I don't like it.
Right.
Pickle Puggle.
Storm, the best of 7 stuff is amazing. There was some, I don't remember what tournaments it was last year, but we got some of that best of 7 format last year that was just phenomenal. It's drama on the tour. That's some of the best drama you can get outside of obviously bowling for a title. Mm-hmm. Is getting into those best of 7 matches or even best of 5 for that matter, and you can really see a swing of things. That's where you can see guys that are maybe shouldn't have been there. They just kind of grinded their way. They're towards the bottom of the seating, but can knock off guys that are higher up because all it takes is that one pair.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm crazy, but.
Anyways. A couple questions here.
Yeah, go for it.
Put Power Edge on my attention star, and the thing's a beast now. Yeah, Power Edge is infinitely better than Reactive Loss. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the women's tour, they're going from Topeka to Vegas, the first 2 tournaments. Yes, Creighton, we do have deer. We do have deer here.
Who's asking? Who?
Creighton.
Ask if we have
Yeah,
deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like your cars too.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, because I have to drive home in the dark from here.
Yeah. John Lander is going to be at Ozarks the first weekend of March.
So I think he goes the week before me.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain on that. Not 100% certain. Oh,
Yeah, we're going to Ozarks either the last weekend of May / first weekend of June, and then Nationals in the middle of July again. So
matter of fact, March 15th is the show. Like you said, that is actually when I believe we're traveling down to Baton Rouge, March 15th. So we are going to drive to Baton Rouge. So
it's not a bad drive. The last time that we went, there was flooding in Oklahoma.
Oh, no.
This was one of those. I mean, we've actually had a couple years in a row where we've had a very uneventful trip.
Yeah.
This is one where they had flooding in Oklahoma, and so we're driving through Oklahoma, and they had one of the highways closed, and so they had a 10-mile detour or something, which wasn't that big of a deal. But in the middle of that detour was a 1-lane road because they were replacing a 150-foot bridge or something.
Oh.
And so it was 1 lane for 10 miles, and all of the highway traffic was getting rerouted.
No, thank you.
And so it was a 2.5-hour detour.
Yeah, no, thank you. We did when we flew last time to Baton Rouge, and we had a layover, and I can't remember where the layover was at. Actually, Amanda and I were talking about this. I think it was last night on the way home from bowling, but we had a short layover, and it was the layover was 2 hours, but we got on a flight that was an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So just a quick little puddle jumper plane. When I say puddle jumper, we get on this little puddle jumper plane where there's only two seats in each aisle, and it's got the propellers. And I'm telling you, when you say you feel all the turbulence, you feel it all. And Amanda's grandma was back there getting sick.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her can you put a sock in that? I don't want to hear that. But yeah, it was. I've looked at flights. And I've looked at them, and everything's a layover to get to Baton Rouge. And it's like that to Reno too. So. Yeah, I'd rather not be in that business. We'll just drive. It's 12 hours from us, so
yeah, it's a really pretty okay drive.
Yeah, it's manageable. So. It is manageable. You have some more questions? Sorry.
No, I think we're all caught up.
There's one right here. Which ball do you get more strikes? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you already answer that one?
No,
would be 14 pounds, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't 14 pounds technically the
more strikes and the most pounds? Because if you do a lighter ball, 14 pounds, as they say, is the best weight to use, because you can get the highest percentage of there. It's the best for kinetic energy or something like that, because you can't put as much speed and revs on a 15, and under 14 the ball weight itself starts getting a little too light, and so they say 14 is the perfect weight. That's
I think we've discussed that before.
Mm-hmm.
These candles, they're laying over. It's going to start a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire. Sorry. All right.
It's okay, Puggles. What are you doing, Puggles?
So let me go back to that real quick, as we just at least get through the schedule here. Nevada Classic. Then, as you know, the World Series of Bowling starts up in good old Reno, Nevada, which is not good old Reno, Nevada. Sorry if anybody lives there and is offended by that, but I'm not a fan of Reno.
No, I'm never going back.
So they're in World Series of Bowling until it looks like March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take a big jump to Michigan, bowl the Masters. And then Kenosha, Wisconsin, the All-Star Weekend.
And that's a short turnaround too, because that's March 19th and then March 23rd. So they've got a couple days to get from
Nevada to Michigan.
And it takes a couple days for us to get back if you're just not some people just want to drive it straight through and get it over with. But that's a couple long day worth of drive.
That's
Plus you're losing hours coming this way too. So
I mean, you're literally going from here all the way up here. PBA Players Championship, April 7th through the 13th in Jackson, Mississippi. The good old Jack 60. April 14th through the 20th, we have the PBA TOC in Fairlawn, Ohio. This seems like where it's at. It's at Riviera every year now, it feels like.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one, is the new PBA Elite League, since they've kind of blown up that format for the year at least.
Yeah.
What was it, manufacturers? They're doing manufacturer versus manufacturer. It just seems kind of silly to me.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
And then the PBA playoffs start April 27th through the 30th. And then the playoffs championship is the 23rd to the 24th. It gets drawn out again. So. Oh, sorry, in the tour finals,
or June something.
June 2025. So they haven't set a date. It's at Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, but they haven't set a date. And then obviously I don't count the Storm Lucky Larson Masters because it's in August after the season ends and whatever. But and then of course the Lucy in July is normal. But what are your thoughts on the schedule?
It seems a little light.
That's what I thought.
But according to the numbers, I guess it's about the same size of schedule as it was last year. And we don't have those special events scheduled towards the end of the year yet. But I don't know how many people actually paid attention to those because it was just like we have one random event, and then it's like a month or two later we have another random event, and then it's a month or two later and we have another random event.
Yeah.
And then the big thing with the PBA League is just Bayside did such great things for that, and then it's kind of like, oh well, thanks for everything, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But and nothing that people wonder what wonder what Tom Clark's doing or whatever. This wasn't a Tom Clark decision, because if it was a Tom Clark decision, they'd be at Bayside for the rest of eternity, as long as they'd have him. Hi, Buck. I know.
Yeah, absolutely they would.
And he even put a couple posts out, and I think people were saying he had a really weird appearance on Beef and Barnsey a couple weeks ago talking about this. But I really think it's just people are saying, well, he doesn't sound like he knows what's going on or whatever. It's like, well, he probably does. He just was really biting his tongue, because I don't really think he could say what he wanted to say, because ultimately it's Bolero's decision. I mean, he's the commissioner, but you can only do so much. And with looking at the big thing for me is looking at his track record the last several years, there's a lot of stuff this year that doesn't make sense, like the PBA League and whatever else. And it's like, okay, well, if this isn't consistent with what he normally does, then why is people's first reaction to jump on him for something?
Yeah,
that's what.
Probably because it's just a natural reaction.
Probably.
And then I don't know if you've seen, but where the PBA Tour Finals is at is Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and that's, if you remember right, that's the place that when they tried to, which is owned by the guys from Bowler X, and they did that show and hired those people to come in and they acted like they were trying to be like Bayside.
Yeah,
that was just awful. Yeah, that's where they're going.
Nico did have a good point here.
Yeah,
he said that the TV schedule is expiring in June, so they had to get things scheduled before that. So that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I do remember that. I had forgotten it at the moment. So thanks, Nico, for. So they wanted to do it in September, but they couldn't have a guarantee that they'd have a contract. So I'm not sure if they're going to get the contract renewed again. I would think that Bolero's going to get something done, because
is it the Fox one?
Yeah, the Fox contract runs out.
Oh, I'm sure Fox will re-up with them, because PBA is for small and nobody cares about it in the country. Nobody cares about bowling in the country, but they actually do a pretty good job.
Well, and especially having Bolero behind them, there's some dollars there, and it's good advertising for Bolero, and so that's what they've said the whole time about the PBA. It's like, yeah, this is great advertising. It's cheap advertising for us.
Yeah.
So
I mean, almost free.
Yeah.
No, it's not, because they have to pay for the prize funds and everything else. But I mean, Bolero gets to host events that they don't have to pay for half the time. So I mean, for them to host, they don't have to pay the fees to host, or I don't remember what the actual fee cost is to host a national event or a regional, but
I don't know.
It's not cheap, I don't think. So,
all right, this is Vault Brewing Company, 5 C's, the different hops: Citra, Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, and Columbus. And this is from Vault Brewing Company, Yardley, Pennsylvania.
Okay. We'll find out. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Not sold.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. No offense if somebody likes your whatever Vault Brewing, but that one's not. I can drink it, but it's not good.
It's a little.
Doesn't have a lot of flavor.
Bitter. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No. Maybe it doesn't help that we had what we had in the glass before, but I don't know.
I think the last one was a little sweet and kind of citrusy. This one's not sweet. It's just kind of bitter and roasty.
Yeah. So, honest question: why do you think they didn't go to Wichita this year? I thought that was going to be a thing, kind of going forward.
Brent Bowers posted something about that too, especially having North Rock. I don't know why Bolero wouldn't use that.
No, it's an iconic center. Why wouldn't you in the middle of the map?
Yeah, and especially they own it now, so I can understand not going to it if you don't own it. But and Brent Bowers put something out there too. He didn't really understand it, and I thought that was. I think we all thought it was just going to be a regular thing every year.
I thought maybe even if it wasn't just a major, maybe it was just because the players was there last year.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe just even if it's just a net regular stop.
Yeah, just that would be a great place to start the year out.
Like
Instead of freaking Delaware, start it in Wichita, middle of the country.
And then everybody's pretty much equal distance to travel where they have to travel to.
Yeah.
From there.
Uh-huh.
Well, not equal, depending on where you live in the country, but everybody's got to get to the middle of the map, and then from the middle of the map, you just Wichita to Indianapolis. I don't think would have been. That's not a bad drive.
No.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and nobody wants to start the season in Delaware unless there's somebody that lives on the East Coast already.
Then they're probably
Those are the only people that are okay with starting the season in Delaware.
I think maybe they'll put the trios event there again, so it's easier for the women to get to Topeka. I could see that.
Oh, possibly. The trios event wasn't really that big, and we talked about that at the time because Jason Couch was losing his mind.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make any sense for the women to bowl that.
No.
It just, especially when it was so far away from everything else, and they're already, the PWBA tour is so small that you just can't only bowl.
Yeah, no.
Like there are some, no, not even the PBA pros. A lot of them have to bowl a ton of extra events outside of that, or they have to own a pro shop or have a regular, some kind of job, something. The women pretty much all have regular jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it's outside of the bowling industry. A lot of the guys at least have jobs within the bowling industry. And so, Couch works for, what does he work? Bowler X or Bowler Smart or something like, I can't remember which one, but it's like,
I think it's Bowler Smart.
It's like, all he has to do is just tell Cliff, it's like, hey, I've got tournaments to go to. And, you work in the bowling industry, people understand that. But when you don't, it's kind of like, so we got to have this much time off to go bowl bowling tournament or to go bowl tournaments or something. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of professional,
Yeah. I mean, if they did the trios, like he said, though, I could see him saying, oh, yeah, let's put it in Wichita because the women literally would have to drive less than 2 hours to get to the next stop, and then it starts their season. So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do the trios, though, unless somebody's heard something that I haven't heard or you haven't heard, but it was kind of a shit show last year.
It's a good idea, but it's just not executing it is just going to be a problem.
Yeah,
because the guys and the old guys will all show up for it, but it just doesn't make any sense for the women to do it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take out their time for the regular tour. And a lot of them don't even bowl full time. And so when they've got to pick and choose what they're going to, or if there's like a conflict, like I think there was last year, I think there was some kind of conflict, or they had one tournament just right before. It was like the players thing was like a week after their tour championship week or something. It's kind of like, it just doesn't work out.
I don't remember the logistics of it, but I remember that a lot of the women I think took a lot of crap over it, and because I think a lot of it was Couch's comments. But
oh yeah, and Liz Culkin fired something back pretty good, and I think most people fired back at him because it was kind of tone deaf, and even if whatever it is, I mean, facts are facts, and he just didn't really think through it.
No, he didn't
think before he said something.
He didn't. He definitely caught a lot of flack for that, but it is what it is.
You need to pay.
The reason I think it misses Wichita, it seems like they were trying to help the larger population bowling centers where bowling isn't popular, Bolero rather. Yeah, I can see it.
That's not a bad point.
I can see it. Yeah,
because they know that they're going to get traction in Wichita. They already have traction in Wichita. Wichita doesn't need any help.
No, they don't.
So yeah, having it at a different place.
I hate Pierre.
I would hope so. You're what, 12? 11?
You know what, buddy? Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I second that.
Yeah. Do you see strings on national tour in the next few years? I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't.
But unless it's something like, it would be like the Clash or the Strike Fest, Strike Derby, or something like that. It would be some kind of fun thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a regular full tour stop.
I mean, they're bowling on the regionals now.
Yeah, and I think they're doing that just to really test it out.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But as far as the national tour stops, I would be really surprised. But if they're doing stuff at Boleros, a lot of the Boleros are going to that. And so it's kind of an inevitability because it just makes so much sense on paper that I think it's just one of those things where it is the same thing as, a lot of the other like synthetic lanes. Like people forget that pretty quickly, but it's just synthetic lanes just made more sense because they were easier to maintain. They last for 25, 30 years. It just made more sense to go synthetic rather than wood because wood has a lot more problems. You got to resurface it. It's just, you have to replace the lanes more often. It just.
If you drink beer, you get drunk and you can't say words correctly. There you go. Words of wisdom right there, folks.
Yep.
Don't drink beer.
Yeah.
Did you guys say that All-Star Weekend is at a center in Wisconsin that has strings? Did you say that?
No.
I didn't either. I mean, we're All-Star. Let me look. Got the schedule still pulled up here.
Yeah, the West region will not exist in 10 years if you don't allow them. Yeah.
That's a fact. Waukesha, Foxview Lanes, I don't know anything about Foxview. All-Star, he said the All-Star Weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it may be strings. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Were you looking at that? There you go.
Yeah. No, it's just Foxview Lanes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if they happen to have strings, I don't know. And that would be the kind of thing that they would, an All-Star Weekend, that would be the kind of exhibition type of thing.
That you would test it. Yeah, absolutely.
Strings.
Yeah.
So if they were to have something like that, it would definitely be one of those type of deals.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Nico says yes. Foxview has strings. Okay, so they're gonna test it out there.
Cool.
So the answer is yes. On the PBA National Tour, they're going to have some strings. Sweep the Rack was poking fun because they're having a stop at Coconut Bowl, which is a water park.
Water park.
Oh. See, I didn't even know that. Okay, I won't drink beer. I'll stick with bourbon.
Yeah.
Wise you are.
Mm-hmm.
I do like some bourbon.
You're tired, Mistel.
Am I still tired?
Need a nap time, sweetie?
I was gonna look at something else on the schedule here. Going to Reno for the World Series is boring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Coconut Bowl at Wild Island.
Yeah.
It's a water park resort. Interesting. I didn't even know that. Are we looking it up? Yep. Luke's looking it up.
Coconut Bowl
At Wild Island. That's it. Is it a real actual
32 lanes and glow bowling capability. They had this is where they had
they host a lot of regionals there.
they had a million years ago they had the 40 frame game here. I'm pretty sure.
I'm thinking of another center that has a lot of regionals there. Actually, I think you're right. I think the 40 frame game was there.
The 40 frame game was at Coconut like 15 years ago or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that. So
It's a water park, though. I don't remember it being a water park.
Jungle Cart.
Foxview has string pins, a 16-lane center. Okay, so I figured All-Star Weekend wouldn't be a massive event, but I don't even know how they're going to do it. I don't even know what the format's even brought out for yet. But
There's the water park.
Huh?
Bank maybe.
There's go-karts indoor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like that probably is a water park. That is hilarious. But hey, maybe when they get done bowling, they want to go swimming. Hey, no shame. No shame.
16-lane center, huh?
Yep. Somebody asked in here earlier, and I want to say it was Malcolm. I think he asked a question about Ion Pro.
No, somebody asked a question about if I tried it with Surface. It's like, yeah, I had Surface on it, and I put Surface on it during filming, but then it was shiny again in 10 shots. So
I have not put any surface on mine. I've left it box finished since I got it.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Mine wants to be good.
I want to drill an effect tour.
That one is good.
I'm going to drill one of those at some point in time in the near future. It comes out, the 21st?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that one is really good. I threw it a league last Thursday.
How'd you bowl?
680.
I bowled awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 29. We finally finished off a week. So our league looks really freaking weird now because it was the top 4 teams, and then there was 16 points between us. We were in 4th, and then Keeler in 5th, and then we took 29 or 28 from Keeler. So that gap is just like it's like the 4 at the top, and then everybody else.
Buddy.
Buddy.
I mean, we went from like last to like 7th.
Yeah. You guys have been, you guys have finally turned it on, and I figured that, you figured that you'd get it figured out too, because I remember just like you have 3 new bowlers to the league.
Yep.
Everybody's kind of nervous, and then when you settle in and you get used to it, and I figured that you guys would be all right.
Yeah, we bowling pretty good. So I might even get. I think I'll be. Yes, I think I'll be knocked out of the leadoff or the 3 hole this week. So
Yeah, I actually got knocked out.
darn the luck.
We had to do math. I was ahead of Josh by like 2/100ths of a pin. And so I ended up, and then he beat me by like 20,
Yeah.
which is fine because I shot 680. So
How many bottles of Power Edge do you have?
beat me by 20.
I bet-
I don't think it's available to the public yet.
I bet he doesn't have the league standings updated. He
Probably not.
doesn't he usually do it on like Thursday mornings.
I think so. We shall see.
0 bottles. Power Edge he owns currently.
No. Standing.
Anybody drilled any new stuff here lately? I haven't. So, I drilled I guess it's been a while now. I drilled
Oh, yes, they do have them updated.
we're in 10th now. We fell down.
Yeah, this is wild.
I'm bowling bad.
There's a 15-point difference between 1st and 4th, and then there is a solid 30-point difference, almost a 30-point difference between 4th and 5th. So that's like an entire week's worth of points.
We're bowling Niffin this week.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thanks.
We're a few points. So yeah, we were kind of lagging behind a little bit, but we had a pretty solid. Our thing is we win the first 2 games by not much, and then we lose the last game, and sometimes we lose it by like 40 or 50, and then so we have 14, 15, 13, 14, 15 points going in, and then we end up with like 17 or 18 because we lose the last game and then series.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we bowl Zach's team, which is kind of funny because Angel is subbing for Wedgie right now because he broke his hand. And so Angel and I were going to have to bowl each other this week, but Zach also fell out of the 3-4 spot. And so I'm going to be bowling Zach.
Oh, no.
Lead off. Angel's going to be bowling Corinne. And Baton's on that team, and I can't remember.
Zach, Baton. Well, it was Wedgie, but
Yeah.
I can't remember who else is on that team.
Colfax.
Colfax, yeah. Everybody get left.
So, yeah, Josh is probably going to be bowling Colfax, and then Ryan's going to be bowling Bait, and I'll be bowling Zach, and Angel will bowl Corinne. So it'll all work out.
We're bowling James's team, so I don't even know who's in James's 1 hole because I guarantee it. I'll be in the 1 hole.
Yeah.
I have dropped a lot in the last 2 weeks. I couldn't get out of my own way the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I threw it better last night, so that's positivity at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. I have to bowl James. You do. Yes, you do, sir. Happy birthday, Hawes. Raise a Yingling. I raise a Yingling. Hey, there you go.
What pair?
Thank you.
On,
I don't remember what this is called. It's not great, but I'll raise this to you too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
5 C's. So let me see. What are we?
We're on 3 and 4.
3 and 4. I think we're on 9 and 10, possibly.
As long as we can get the heck away from the high end for a little bit.
No,
Because
we're on 13.
last couple of weeks it's hooked so much. Well, we haven't had any hold in the middle the last few weeks, unless you're just way left and just playing in. But
Yeah.
no, sir.
Yeah, these numbers are kind of wild.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not good.
yeah, I mean, look at how tight. Like 6th through 10th, you're within 4.5 points of 199, 198, 196,
Yeah.
195, 195.
We can get all the way up to almost
Yeah.
5th with a good week. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that really wouldn't take much.
No, I wouldn't.
209. I mean, that's going to be a little hard to catch. Who are they?
209 will be hard unless they just fall on their face.
3 and 13.
And
They're
Hardman
bowling-
just-
they're- well, Hardman's bowling Keeler.
Well, Hardman
so
just took it to us last week. So.
That's not an easy out by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, very weird. Actually, Alex's team has more pins than we do, but we've caught a few good breaks so far. Like we caught a couple of the tough teams early. We caught you guys early. We caught Jesse's team early.
We bowled in the first week.
Yeah. So we've dodged a few bullets. I don't think it's going to be quite the same situation the second time around, but
You never know.
I mean, Rush only shot 640 at us that week, so
I don't remember how we did when we bowled Russ. I'm pretty sure we bowled him, but I don't remember. I could be wrong. Maybe we haven't bowled him. I know we haven't bowled like Gromovitz's team. I know we haven't bowled Zach Rhodes' team. So we're going to get the teams that try and hook the whole lane probably last 2 weeks and a half or so. But somebody asked something. We will discuss the Andrew Anderson situation. I guess we can talk about it now.
yeah.
For those that don't know, yes, Andrew Anderson is a free agent now. He posted a video on his YouTube page today. Yes, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. He put up a video talking about it. It was a short video.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes, something like that.
Yep.
Just said that he just decided to resign from Motiv. Obviously, he's not going to tell you why, but all the speculation of where he's going, he obviously didn't tell you in there, but we already know where he's going.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's several different reasons that he's gonna end up there. There was somebody in the comments of the video that said they saw him throwing storm stuff at a tournament.
yeah, he's a free
like
agent. He
week
can throw whatever he
before or
wants.
something. Well, yeah, and that's one of the things. But a couple of the other points that were raised is that his doubles partner is Prather, and Prather's on with
Right.
SPI.
Yeah.
So, and that I think that the way he throws the ball, the Brunswick stuff right now is pretty dynamic, and so he kind of slow rolls the ball. I think that's why he worked out fairly well with Motiv stuff, is because he's got a higher rev rate. He kind of really rolls the ball, and Motiv stuff's pretty controllable. The Brunswick stuff's pretty dynamic.
Yeah.
And so I just don't think that would be that great of a fit. The Storm stuff is cleaner than the Motiv stuff, but it's also pretty controllable. So I think that probably makes the most sense on paper but there's also contract stuff too. And I think didn't he used to be with Radical?
Yeah,
or
he was,
something?
he was with Radical, and then I think before he was with somebody before Radical or after that, just a brand switch. I mean, I want to say it was like Ebonite or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was with Ebonite,
Yeah.
actually. But yeah, he's probably going to Storm.
That's what my thoughts were too.
So I think that's probably the most. And then, of course, there's always contract stuff. There's some guys that'll go places if they get a good contract, because a good contract, guaranteed money it's like, okay, well, maybe you may not be as competitive with a certain brand, but if they're going to give you a guaranteed nice salary to keep you out there and keep you in it, it's like, okay, well, I can deal with average ball reaction if I'm getting 50, 60, 70,000 guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then some people have it written into their contracts where their entry fees are paid. Now they don't have to worry about that this year.
Mm-hmm.
All the exempt players don't have to pay entry fees. So that's going to be really nice. That's going to be really helpful for the top players, but everybody else is going to have to be on their own dime. I'm not sure. We'd have to talk to Brad to figure out what he's going to do, because he's going to have to chase PTQs all year.
I don't think he's planning on doing it.
Okay.
I don't think he's planning on doing it. Last I knew is I think he's looking at doing. He'll bowl the majors, the big stuff.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think he's gonna work real hard this year and then hit the trials again.
Mm-hmm.
So
that would make the most sense, because I think that that would be the best thing to do, because they do have with their memberships and with their coaching stuff, with all the stuff that he has going on the side. I think it does make sense. Take the year. Sometimes things don't work out and they're a blessing in disguise. Maybe this is the best thing that could have happened to him, It doesn't feel like it in the moment, but if he takes this year to kind of slow down, reset, refocus, hit the high points, maybe something happens for him. Maybe he pops off and wins something, and gets himself set up for next year. Maybe the day-to-day grind of and the stress and the pressure and whatever else. Maybe he just needs to step back. Frankie went through the same thing. He had a couple of really bad years because he was trying to become more of a power player, and then figured out it's like, well, that's just not his game. I don't really think it's Brad's either. And Stu said, "Dumb Brad bowls better."
He's not wrong.
You might just take it, hit the reset button. It could be a good thing for him.
I think he's going to take, which is good for him though, to take this year and just work really hard on the YouTube thing. See what else they can do to present or produce more content and help out. Sure, he's probably going to travel with Kyle most of the time and shoot the vlogs. I don't know if Dennis will still be doing it. If Brad's not bowling the stuff, then there's no point of having Dennis there.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for a fact. That's just speculation. I mean, he's going to have time on his hands. So
thanks, Fred.
So he was with Ebonite.
Andrew was, Radical Ebonite and then Motiv.
Okay.
So, yep. Thanks, Fred.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Nico also said that Tom Clark's going to give Brad an exemption for one event. That would also make sense.
Yeah.
I would. That's a good point.
One event. It still sucks.
Yeah, hard pass on swag.
Hey, I'll sign for $80,000.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't give a shit.
That's $80,000.
Yeah. Was Anthony Lavery spar? I will definitely throw swag for a year for $80,000.
He went to the bank and said, "Yes, I'll take your money."
Yep. I wouldn't even have to think about that. It's like, hey, 80,000. Yes. I don't care about that. I don't need to know the details. Yes.
But Storm and Motiv and Brunswick said, I don't care. $80,000. I'm good.
Yeah. Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, and swag's going to be different because there's a lot of rumors going around, but I think most people know by now that Bowler Smart bought swag.
Yes.
And so they're in the middle of revamping a lot of things, and we don't really know a whole ton of details right now. But things are changing.
Yeah.
So
I think you're going to see a big change. I really do.
Yeah. Especially with Bowler Smart. I don't know. I don't know. I would imagine that they're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be like a pyramid thing. I don't think so because Pyramid's just like a super knockoff brand. I would think that Cliff would want to do something similar to Motiv. Just don't try to compete with the big guns. Put out just decent, solid stuff for the people because there's a lot of people that don't want to throw the big brands specifically because they're the big brands. I think Motiv got kind of a cult following because it's a smaller brand. People like throwing something different, especially with the optics of the new stuff. The swag stuff has already hit the approved list. And I remember being before I heard anything about anything, I saw that, we have a bot that pulls all the stuff into the approved list in Discord. And so I saw the stuff and I'm like, well, this is weird. There's no swag just was kind of comic relief. They were just kind of a casual brand, but they didn't even take that seriously. They got kind of dumb with it. And so, but then it's like, oh, well, these are pretty cool looking and the names are, still edgy, fun, but solid. And
with a name like Swag though, you're going to have edgy names.
Yeah.
It is.
You're still going to keep the brand name Swag. You're just going to be in for what you're in for.
Yeah.
But I remember being kind of confused. I'm like, well, this stuff actually it's not the big bro
flexing or whatever.
Yeah, big bro flexing or the XXXmas or whatever the crap dumb shit that they put out. And then I heard that Bowler Smart bought him. It's like, oh, okay. So he's trying to.
Cliffy's got something in mind he wants.
Yeah.
Really curious to see the direction of it though, because I think it'd be awesome if they do the Motiv route and go do something like that.
Yeah, just try not to. You don't need to be a big brand because Motiv has always stayed in their own lane, and they have a following specifically because they just said we're going to do this and we're going to stick with it. We're not going to pay attention to what anybody else is doing. one ball every 45 days. We're not going to try to, throw stuff out there. We're going to keep kind of plugging along and going our own direction. And it worked out for him. And I think that if Cliff does the same thing with swag, they'll probably be just fine.
Curious to see though what he does with because they've got so many different names. Like swag is obviously going to be their big brand, right?
Yeah.
But they've got California Bowling. They've got.
Well, I'm not sure I'm not sure if it includes Lord Field and Lane Masters and all that stuff. I'm not sure if it's just swag or what, because all that stuff is produced in Korea. Hey, what are you talking about?
We're doing a show here, sir.
Why are you a dingo?
What's up, Mike?
Your big dumb face. Look at your dumb face. My piggy.
Not big.
You're a nice pig.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know? I mean, I guess you probably know. A lot of you probably won't have any info on it, but
$80,000 unlimited drill bits. I have been assured though, because Paul Burnett is a buddy of ours, and he's the
regional staff.
He's the regional guy. And
hey, what are you doing?
Hey, stop. But he's assured me, he's like, yeah, they changed some things. There are no more metal shavings or anything in the bowling balls. So we'll see. But I would say that
I honestly, some of the stuff the recent stuff looks pretty good. I've always thought the Dynamite series looks halfway decent too. So,
well, and my God, Paul shot 300-813 with a swag ball a couple weeks ago. That's like 850 or 860 with any other company.
Oh my God.
That's shooting $1 million with a good company. Well, and honestly, I mean, Brent Coolman's been throwing them for the last year or so, and they look good for him.
They look really good for him.
I mean, they look like any other bowling ball. And so, I mean, they're kind of a joke and kind of a meme, and we kind of make fun of them, but they look good for Brent. They look awful good for Paul. So if Bowlers Mart takes the reins and kind of tweaks some stuff, we will see.
What's the guy's name from St. Louis that's now with Motiv, but he was a swag staffer for bald guy, kind of tall, skinny, bald guy. Throws it pretty good.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, as soon as I tell you his name, you're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Probably.
He was with swag though forever, and he was bowling some of the regional stuff when they got PBA approved.
Yeah.
But now he's with Motiv, and I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, I don't know.
John Lander, if you're still in here, help me out. You're a St. Louis guy.
Yeah. John would know. Paul might know.
Gosh, what is his name?
Okay.
Tim Curran. There you go.
Tim Curran. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't know he was a swag guy though.
He was a swag staffer, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then signed with Motiv after that.
Okay.
Yep.
Question: is it really worth doing the PTQs now since they're taking less spots? I wouldn't.
No, I think from what I understand, they're only going to be like 2 or 3 spots a week, if that. So
that's not even worth. Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
I mean, of course, they're still going to have it, but
Dingo,
it's not worth it. Lavery Spar, yeah.
All right, we'll save that.
Lavery Spar took their money.
Really good. This one.
I think wasn't he only with him for a year?
Yeah, he was just with him for 1 year.
So it must have been a 1-year deal, or he just said, I'm out.
Blitz.
One of the two.
Double IPA. Dippa. Buffalo, New York. Thin Man Brewing Company.
What?
What?
Hey, I can't scroll up in the comments. So I'm trying to look at yours.
Yeah.
Because I'm just on YouTube, so I'm not.
Yeah. You should be able to scroll up in the comments there.
Not letting me.
Oh, yeah. You're kind of limited on your. Yeah, there was nothing.
I'm not allowed to have nice things.
Other than Creighton's lecture on the dangers of smoking.
Don't smoke, folks.
Don't smoke. Don't drink.
Don't smoke. Don't drink. It does bad things to your body.
How long before Luke reviews a swag ball?
Charles Hutchinson's doing them now.
Yeah, Charles has done a couple of mystery balls. Wonder what those could be. I want to see I want to see first if they don't spark anymore. And now the couple that Charles have done. I don't know which. There was one that was obviously the Fusion that we saw on the approved list. And so if you look at the USBC approved list, you know which balls they are. And he's put up a couple videos, but everything hooks and turns sideways. Like he put up a video for the Ion Pro and the Effect Tour either today or yesterday or something like that. And they didn't look a whole lot different. Actually, Ion Pro looked a little bit stronger. And that's just absolutely not the reality of the situation. So
I would think not.
I'm gonna have to wait and see.
That center he's at those really super high friction. Though.
Yeah. So everything hooks and everything kind of looks the same for him, no matter what pattern he's on. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see the stuff first. And I know we've got Paul here, and I've got a Bowler's Mart thing, and so I don't know. I'm riding the fence so hard my balls hurt.
Creighton, exactly. I don't even know why Luke poured this for me. Beer equals no. I like it.
Whoa.
Charles did the goat by swag.
The goat looks decent.
I'm really curious though, to find out though, like we said, if Callie's tied to it.
Yeah.
I would think that it's ball bought because it was just another brand under their umbrella.
Yeah.
I bet he got Lordfield, Callie, and what's the other one? Lane Masters. I'll remember the advice to not smoke for KCO next year and let everyone talk to Creighton for no cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, Creighton.
He's not talking about that kind of smoking, sir. I need that Gouda.
Just pretend I'm not drinking this beer, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's different.
Yep. That's what Jake Paul's going to feel here in a couple days.
I'm going to watch it. You going to watch it?
I am not. We might have. What day is it on?
It's Friday.
It's Friday?
At 7 o'clock on Netflix.
Oh, dagnab.
Oh, you got a bowl, don't you?
Yeah, we got a bowl.
Find out if Jesse and them can turn it on at the bowl.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
I'm sure they can get Netflix.
Y'all need to sign up for that $7.99 for 1 month or something so we can get the Tyson. Now, there's a lot of people saying that it's already in the contract that Tyson's going to lose.
Oh, yeah, Jake Paul, he will never lose. They'll never lose.
But people will know that that's rigged because I don't care if Mike Tyson's 60 years old. And I'm not really sure. If you look at him right now, he is jacked.
Oh, yeah, he's big.
Absolutely. And I'm if he's just going to go in there and take a fall,
no, he won't.
Why would he train this hard for this long and get like totally completely involved just to go in there? Of course, it's 20 million. Jake's getting 40. Tyson's getting 20. I would probably, it's like, okay, $20 million. Sure. I'll do part of the thing. I'll spend a year getting jacked.
He wants to either knock him out or lose, make him lose by decision is what he wants. So,
dude,
you don't bring that Gouda. Sorry, reading it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't.
It's always been known that Jake Paul's fights are rigged.
Yeah,
it's always been known.
But I can't see Tyson doing that.
Did you see the preview videos of the fight yet with him sitting down? He's locked in.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. He is not the type of person to do that. He's just really not the type of, and I don't think he needs the money.
Do you think it really has a tiger? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Tigers love pepper. I just want to do the do.
I keep seeing him on podcasts and talking to people, and just he doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't.
Tyson might. He would be the type that would sign the contract to throw it and then get in there and absolutely demolish him in 30 seconds.
Even if he doesn't knock him out, I'd like to see him at least put him on his butt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, he just doesn't know.
I know. Amanda goes, because it's Friday's my birthday. So she's asking what I want to do. I was like, well, I wouldn't mind to go get a bite to eat and then watch the Tyson fight. It's on Netflix. I mean, I pay for it. It's free.
Yeah.
So it's not free. I have to pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a human pit bull.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he
bit a dude's ear off for crying out loud. Bit a dude's ear off.
Man.
And then just chewed it up and spit it out. You got to it on that ear.
Yeah. God, man,
I can't wait to watch it. I'm actually really
Yeah.
excited. 7 p.m. Central Time, which they won't fight until like 9 o'clock
oh yeah,
because there's a bunch of cards on there.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And my daughter's learned to really. She loves boxing.
Uh-huh.
So I bought not too long ago. I bought a boxing pay-per-view on a Saturday night. And I was like, "Hey, you want to watch this with me?" And of course, I start betting on it.
Yeah.
Get online and bet, and I'm letting her pick the bets, and of course I'm playing in the bet.
Yeah.
And so we're in there. She's all into it, and so she asks me all the time, is there any boxing this weekend? So there's another UFC card this weekend that's pretty good too. So Malcolm, do you really think I would try showing up without it? I went to a tournament at Aaron's like January, February this year and got asked if I brought cheese. And you didn't bring cheese. Tyson would kill him. He's a different kind of shark.
Yeah, there's no way. If Jake Paul wins, it's 100% a throw.
Oh yeah.
100%.
The only advantage he has is he's a little bigger, so he's taller. I think he's like 6'1" compared to Tyson, like 5'10".
He's got more reach.
And he's young. Tyson's obviously up there in age, so it depends on his cardio. I mean, cardio is going to be I think they're only going 8 rounds, though. I think it's only 8. But I think it is a sanctioned fight.
Man.
So.
I've seen some clips of Tyson on the bag, and it just.
Oh, yeah, he's going to hurt somebody.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Now, to his credit, Jake has really beefed up, and he acts like he's taking it seriously, but he's been getting fed some stuff while he's kind of working into it, and he's profitable, so nobody wants to see him go down. Nobody wants to see people lose interest, because the more that he wins, the more people want to see him get beaten.
Yeah.
And so it's not good. It's not good for anybody for him to lose a fight.
Right.
But this particular time, I think that if he doesn't lose to Tyson, then everybody's it's like, okay, well, this is definitely fixed now, and I'm not interested anymore.
As soon as he loses to somebody, though, his boxing career is done, because he's only fighting these old people. And when he chose to fight Tyson, it's like, you sure you're okay up there in the head?
And everybody knows it's kind of an exhibition match. It's kind of like Mayweather and the Irish guy.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
that was not an exhibition though. That counted against his record.
Well, yeah, but it was a kind of a special deal.
Yeah. Mayweather did one of these exhibitions, and I don't remember who he fought, but God, who was it? I thought it was Jake Paul, but obviously it wouldn't be Jake Paul, because he wouldn't fight somebody he's going to lose against.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to find out.
Yeah. He better. I don't know if brain damage is worth $40 million, but he'll still be well taken care of when he's a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Dude is just ridiculous. Yeah, the fight is sanctioned, Tobias. It goes against your record. So,
dude, if he doesn't get destroyed, like people talk about sports being rigged and whatever else, if Jake even lasts 3, if he gets out of the 3rd round, it's fixed.
You think so?
It's straight up fixed.
Because Tyson's going to go in there and just start throwing haymakers.
Tyson is going to. I think he just wants to end. He doesn't even want to let him get out of it. And obviously, I think the longer the fight goes on, the longer. I think it's going to be easier for Tyson to get gassed. He's 60.
Yeah.
So no matter how good a shape he's in or what kind of prep he's 60.
He's going to have to pace himself somehow.
Yeah. And so if he doesn't beat him in the first couple rounds, then I think it's going to be harder. Now, I think he can still win the fight on the card, I think he can still technically win the fight.
Yeah.
Because even if he gets tired, he knows what to do to get the score to go in his favor.
I'd like to see him come out to Eye of the Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or the song,
Yeah.
I can feel it coming.
Or they need to have like the punch out tune.
Yes.
Like Tyson's punch out.
Yes. Everybody loved that game.
Yeah.
Yes, Tobias, it is. It 100% is. Because originally when they put this all together, they were trying to make it unsanctioned, and then nobody could knock anybody out.
Yeah. No,
so if he has that in a clause, he's scared to get knocked out.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing is the first couple iterations of the contract, it's like, yeah, nobody's going to be interested in this, because if it's just we can't hurt him, you can't knock him out, he can't.
Might as well put headgear on.
Yeah. At that point, it's just kind of stupid. Nobody wants to watch. But if people understand, it's like, yeah, Mike can just get in there and take him down.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody's going to watch.
I wouldn't fight him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a little guy. He would destroy me. Oh gosh. Sorry for the non-bowling talk.
No, somebody put something on. There was something the other day. It's like $25 million to last 5 rounds with John Jones.
He fights tomorrow night too. Or Friday,
I
Saturday
couldn't.
night too.
I wouldn't last 25 seconds.
Oh, you can run.
I mean, like,
Don't hurt my precious body.
It wouldn't last long.
But yeah, Jones fights this weekend too on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big fight week.
It's just crazy.
If you like
I
to see
can
people
remember.
get punched in the face,
Yeah.
I do personally.
God, I remember I watched a lot from UFC 100 to 100 to 200. I started getting into it around like UFC 75, and then we watched virtually everything from 100 to 200, and then I kind of fell off watching it after that.
Yeah, because you used to watch everything.
Yeah, we used to watch
It's Crouch, right?
Yeah, we'd go over and that was one of the cool stories is that we were over there one night and he just ordered it and then he turned it on. He ordered the Spanish version.
Oh
So
God,
we couldn't understand what they were saying, and so he had to order the regular one.
So you had to buy it twice?
Yeah, he had to buy it twice, but that's back when it was only like $50 a show.
Yeah, they're
And
like
we had
70.
3 or 4 people splitting it, so it wasn't that bad, but it was still. It's like okay, we were gonna pay like $12, $13 a piece. Now it's like $25.
You guys should
a
have
piece.
just watched it in Spanish just to see how
Yeah, I
try
know,
and guess
right?
what they say.
Yeah,
I know some of these words.
yeah. But no, I've been watching since Frank Mir was big.
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir and Chuck Liddell.
I was a big Uriah Faber fan.
Yeah.
I was a huge Uriah Faber fan. With
I
his butt
always
chin and all.
wanted to know. Yeah. It's like, how do you shave something that's ladies? How do you shave something that's
Oh my
that's
gosh.
shaped like that?
Guys, if you have a butt chin in here,
Yeah.
you got, especially when you got the big old dimple, right? How do you shave
He's
that?
got the like Squidward.
I mean, I guess
chin,
you'd
though.
have to get in there and just like get to the side.
I don't even know.
Thank you to my parents for not giving me one of them big old dimple
Yeah.
chins. If you have one, do not be offended. I'm just
Yeah.
genuinely curious.
God, Rich Franklin.
He might be trying to offend you, but I'm not. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding. What about?
Shogun Hua?
Oh, there's some good fighters out there still, man.
Lyoto Machida?
I quit watching UFC after Matt Hughes had his car accident with Trent. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Hughes is going way back too. Brock Lesnar was good for a while.
For like 3 fights.
Cain Velasquez.
Good old Cain Velasquez. He's in jail right now, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That dude. I don't even care though.
Yeah, I think he's in jail.
Yeah.
He was a stone cold killer, man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Who was
I
the
would
Hawaiian
be in
dude?
jail just cheesing.
Who was the Hawaiian dude that?
Yeah, I remember it was he had like a normal name, like he was Mark something.
But he fought forever.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
Get him, Missile.
Somebody help me out. The bald Hawaiian guy wasn't a big guy.
Yeah, it was Mark something or other. I'm pretty sure his first name was Mark.
Oh, that make me mad. We can talk bowling. Throw some stuff in
Yeah.
here. We just don't have a ton to talk about.
Yeah, we're still out of season. We've got. I think that show number 100 will be early in the year.
Yeah, I think we predicted it already. It's going to be like BJ Penn. That's the one. Thank you,
BJ Penn.
Yep.
Okay.
BJ Penn.
Who was the other guy? Just BJ Penn, but there was another guy that was. His name was Mark. I can't remember his last name, but he was a bigger dude. BJ Penn was kind of small.
Yeah, BJ Penn wasn't a big boy, but he fought a lot. And you're thinking of Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt. Yes, that's who. New Zealand. Okay. That's what I'm gonna say. Mark Hunt.
Yeah. So what are we thinking for? What are we planning to do for number 100? We're only a few episodes away.
Yeah, so let me see. So the next one will be, let's see, 14 days, 11/27. Well, that's
Thanksgiving week.
that's Thanksgiving week.
I can still do a show though.
I can still
Wait, that's Thanksgiving. Is that
well-
Thanksgiving Eve?
yeah. Angel had thought about doing the Thanksgiving Eve tournament in Belton. I think that's a terrible decision, but if she wants to go all the way.
I'm actually not going to bowl this year. No. I am going to
Paul-
bowl Paul's thing on Friday night.
Yeah, Paul has that Black Friday. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing yet, so I don't want to sign up for it just yet, but I will talk to her about it because that's a Olathe.
Yep. It's only 4 game or 2.
Yeah, so that really wouldn't 4 games.
And
that-
stay on the same pair.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
And what is that a Baker double?
Nope,
Or-
just straight doubles.
Just straight doubles.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that might be something fun to to go out and do. I don't know if we'll have league though is the thing, because our Friday night league's a little weird. Not that I wouldn't mind missing league to go out and do that anyway, but
You could always Thanksgiving Eve. You could always go pre-bowl if you don't go.
yeah.
Or you can post
I'm
bowl.
not sure if we'll do a show.
We already bowled our team each other like week 3 or 2. something
Yeah,
like
it was week 2 or 3. So yeah, it'll be a few weeks. It'll be January.
Yeah.
Again, which is really funny because the half's almost over.
that. Yeah, I know. It's gone by fast. So what do we want to do for episode 100?
I've thrown around I haven't talked to Lockwood yet, but everybody that remembers Beer Frame that I used to do way back in the day, my buddy Anthony Lockwood, I did that with. I wouldn't mind having him on a show because he's doing some cool things. He's lost a lot of weight. I mean, I think he's definitely in better shape than I am. So he was a pretty big dude, and he's like, yeah, he was in really good shape when he was in the military.
Right.
And then he just kind of hung out and had fun and put on some weight. And then he's like, I was just tired of being the fat guy. So, and he's doing great things. He's in super good shape, and he's still bowling really well. And
He's a Brunswick brand staffer, and he's also with Amplify. So
yeah,
I wouldn't say he's an Amplify staffer, but he's got Amplify backing.
yeah, and he's actually he got through his he got like a personal trainer certificate or certification or
For
something
him.
like that. So yeah, he's doing great, and I think it'd be great to have him on here. And
I wouldn't mind to have a couple guests that day.
but yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I know that Zach Wilkins will come if we're not into PBA season by then, and it might just might not work out.
When is our so every other week, so the 27th Thanksgiving Eve.
So yeah, that may or may not happen.
Zach's, and then 2 weeks after that, they start the season January 20th. It won't happen.
Yeah, so let me find a calendar here. And
It won't happen. None of the tour guys. It'll probably be because
yeah.
we talked about wanting to have Packy on, but it's going to be
Okay, so say that we skip the 27th and we do the 4th instead.
okay.
So then we would do the 18th, which I would be fine with that because that's nothing.
I'm fine.
And then
with
we'll skip Christmas, and so this would be we do episode 98 would be on the 4th, 99 would be the 18th.
So then it'd be February 1st.
100 would be January 1st.
Oh, that's New Year's Eve or New Year's
That's
Day.
New Year's Day. So even if we skip that, then we could do the 8th.
It would give us a chance to plan 100 out.
Yeah, it would give us a little bit of it. So
If we did the 8th, I bet we could get them.
yeah, so that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably skip the 27th because that's the day before Thanksgiving. We'll do the 4th, and we'll do the 18th. That would be 99, and then we can skip New Year's Day and we'll do the 8th. And what's the first?
Not till January 20th.
Okay, so yeah, January 8th we could probably get about anybody. And realistically, we could just you bowl on Tuesday. We don't have anything on Monday or Wednesday, so we always, even though it's Monday Night Football, we could do a Monday. I don't know what
We can do it Monday too.
let me
Yeah,
look up the NFL schedule for.
NFL. I missed the Jake Paul Tyson talk, but Jake is going to get some solid hits in. He might not win, but he'll definitely push Tyson back a bit. Honestly, I think he's going to win. I don't see any way, shape, or form they're going to let him lose that fight
Okay.
because it hurts his brand. Oh, he's looking that up. Clint Harris. What is in the bag? Nothing's changed for me. Most recent thing I've drilled is, I think the last one I drilled is an Ion Pro, and I've had it for a little while now. I throw it a lot. So it's still NV Tour Ion Pro. I have a theorem, and I need to actually talk with Luke because my theorem, and Johnny Clark's is now doing this, but my theorem's sliming up.
That's been a problem with some, which is really weird. I think that the thing is that if you let them sit for a little while, they get calcified on the outside, so they get a little hard, and you got to kind of refresh the surface. Which is kind of funny because the Storm stuff with Reactagloss was not absorbing oil, and now if Brunswick stuff sits for too long, because I had the same problem with my GB5 and my Max Bias. But people that continue using them, if you keep using them, like if you don't use them for like a month or something and pull them back out, they just go a million feet.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh,
What?
the teams playing on January 6th.
That's the weekend they start doing Saturday games.
Okay, yeah, Saturday. Well, that's what is that?
Paul's in here. We actually already talked about Black Friday doubles. I don't know if you heard or not, but yep, we were. What did you do to make Facebook mad? Did I do something to make Facebook mad?
Shut up, dingo.
If anything, it's Luke's fault. But yeah, Luke said he would like to bowl that too. So I'm already signed up. I plan on bowling. Don't forget Black Friday. I'm making sure I can't scroll up in my deals here. So, well, yeah. So Clint, nothing's changed in my bag. Obviously, Luke's got some new toys. Like he drilled the Hammer Effect Tour.
Just find it.
What else did you drill? Hammer Effect Tour. He threw that last week, but I don't know what else.
Can I just find a regular ass NFL schedule?
I just go NFL.com. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Week 11. Start him or sit him.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I tell you what, I'm tired of Trevor's league beating like everybody else in the league but the person that I'm playing that week.
Oh yeah, it happens to me too. I'm getting my butt kicked in that
Which
league.
is really funny because looking at the scores, looking at what people are scoring versus what their record is, their total points for the year versus what their record is wild.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. I am going to drill a Hammer Effect Tour. I plan on drilling one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looks like a not as early NV Tour, but a little punchier, wouldn't you say? Down lane.
Yeah.
Just doesn't pick up in the mid lanes as quick.
Yeah. Boy, it looked really good at the Tomsu.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, well, didn't the Tomsu, didn't you say team event they hooked quite a bit?
For 30 mils, they hooked off the planet. Like the second game, the first game, I just walked down, like I played a little 10-5 swing, and I had that. And I thought, okay, well, this is great because 2-board hooked, and I could tug it into 10, and it would sit there. Then we got on the next pair, and I didn't hit the pocket on the left lane the entire game. I didn't get close. If I gave it a little bit too much room, it just sailed. And if I got it in a little bit, it overhooked. I shot 150 that game.
Ugh.
And then we went down to and I kept moving all over the place, moving in. I was at fourth arrow and still couldn't get the ball down the lane. And then on 1 and 2 was the same thing. We flipped down there. But then the last pair I shot 250 on, and it was fine. Josh Martin Franz shot, he centuried himself twice. He went 268, 160, 260 something. So it just, the pair to pair in there was wild.
Yeah, that building's rough. I remember that when we bowled the Iron Man there. It's rough.
There we go. Schedule.
Hey, we making progress. That would be week, probably.
Yeah, it's week 18 actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 17 there.
Yeah, so that's December. Yeah.
Okay.
Game's not scheduled. Yeah.
Which ones aren't scheduled?
Week 18.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm good to do a Monday.
It still says TBD.
Well, that's probably because they're working on flex. Well, go back down to the bottom. Oh, pick the winning team.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was the Monday night game.
Week 18, 2 games will be played on Saturday with the remaining on Sunday. Okay.
So they'll pick the best game. No.
Saturday, Sunday, so they won't have any Monday games.
No, that's right. On the last week of the season, they do not do Monday games. So we can do a Monday show.
So we can figure out whatever. We could do the 6th. We could do the 8th. We could do the Monday, the Wednesday, whatever else. It just depends on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that we can get. I'm sure we can get Zach. I'm sure that we could get Brad. I'm sure we can get kind of whoever. We could probably get Tom Clark if we want to get Tom Clark.
Yeah, we can.
It just matters who we want to talk to, because he sent me something out of the blue a couple months ago when back in the middle of the 2024 PBA season. I was putting a lot of stuff on Facebook, and he just sent me something out of the blue. We had him on the Bowlers Show, and so we've talked to him before, but he sent me something and he said, "Hey, I appreciate the posts that you're putting out there." And I'm like, "Okay, man." I think that he went on. They had him on Sweep the Rack.
Yeah, and he also is on Beav and Barnsley.
Yeah, so I'm sure if he's he's a cool dude. So
Yeah, we can get him on, talk to him. I'm fine with it.
I think we could get that's the really weird thing. I think that we could get pretty much whoever we'd want to get. It's just asking them.
Yeah.
And I think that that's kind of my thing. It's like, yeah, I don't want to bug so-and-so, or I don't want to talk to him or whatever. And I think a lot of them just like, yeah, cool. I'll
Even
hang
if-
out for 20 minutes.
If we can bring multiple people on and just kind of break it up and do, little segments here, like, hey, you're on for 20 minutes. Hey, you got 20 minutes. If we go a little over, we go a little over. But
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to have some help in the background, like
Mm-hmm.
Angel, but kind of similar to the Buller Show, just in a like a waiting room type thing. Say, okay, now here we go, bring them in. So
Yeah, and I'm still surprised with the people that there was somebody at the Tom Sue. I don't know if you've heard the name JJ Massney.
JJ Massey, yeah.
Yeah, he we were a couple pairs away from him the first game at the Tom Sue, and I was wide. I hadn't seen him bowl before. And I'm like, man, he throws it good. I didn't know he threw it that good. He just throws it amazing. And a couple games later, we were close together, and he's like, hey man, what's up? I like your stuff and whatever. I'm like, okay, I appreciate that, but it's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
which is, yeah.
Luke, do you like being a free agent or do you miss being on staff?
I do not miss being on staff.
I don't miss being on staff either. So
Yeah.
it's a lot less work and it's cheaper.
Yeah, people don't realize how much free bowling balls cost.
I know it sounds awful. Like you're like, okay, how does a free bowling ball cost so much? It really does.
Well, and that's the thing is everybody. I would encourage everybody to start a ball review channel because everybody else will start in the same place I started with absolutely dick, and you just kind of work your way into what you get, and it's
And what content you're comfortable doing too.
sunshine and roses. Yeah. If you want to be a sellout and every ball's a must have in the bag and whatever else, you can. Yeah, I should get Verity on for 100. I could probably talk. I could get Julia Bond. It'd be pretty easy to get.
I mean, do you guys want to see a guest driven show for 100 and we just celebrate it, have a bunch of cool people on, or want us to have a couple people on and we bullshit with you? I mean, whatever you want to do. 100 is a pretty cool number considering where we started for two idiots sitting and drinking coffee that turned into beer at 8 o'clock in the morning on Fridays while I didn't go to work. So what's so good about the Scorpion Strike?
It's one of those balls that does everything right. It's like it definitely outhooks its price point. It's clean and it's firm. It can be the first ball out of the bag on dryer house shots. It's a great transition ball. It's just one of those balls that always seems to be in play no matter what you're at or what you're bowling on. Hi, Puggles. Hi, Bug. You guys already had supper.
They're all looking at me like,
Yeah, these two are just ridiculously bored. Missile could care less. I know.
No, she's just hanging out.
I know. Missile cool.
We still got 40 minutes.
I know, buddy.
We still got 40 minutes.
Yeah, I could handle Verity now. I swear.
We've already seen that debacle.
Yeah. I could handle it now. And
I love Tobias. He always has to do this and just poke and poke and poke.
Yeah,
I love it.
You got to though. Yeah, it was really bad the first few times I talked to her, but I will have Julia Bond on at some point.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because she wanted to talk about some stuff. So I was hoping I was going to see her at the Tom Sue, but she wasn't there this year.
Might have had a college tournament.
Yeah, it's college season, and so
she's going to come on here and talk to two idiots drinking beer. Okay,
yeah, probably would.
Tell her to have a beer.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I mean, you could try and bring Stu on if you want.
Yeah, Stu would be a riot. I'm sure he would do it. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm sure he would do it.
We could throw out ideas. I guess we could just put a surprise together for everybody and just have a little fun.
Yeah.
You and I can start planning as we get closer, and I can reach out to Zach. Hell, I can reach out to him this week and we can start.
Well, that's the thing. Zach would, if he's open, he'll 100% do it.
Yeah.
He's just one of the coolest dudes out there.
He just literally just has to sit on his phone, so he doesn't have to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even have to. He did not. Luke did use service on the Ion Pro
Yeah, I think he asked that question earlier. And I think we got to it.
I think we answered.
Very,
He was.
It
Yeah.
was very brief, but he might not have been in here still because we got to it kind of late.
Go for
I
it.
did add some surface. Actually, while I was filming, I took it to 2,000, and inside of 10 shots, it was shiny again and going 80 feet. So
I did not change any surface on my Ion Pro. I left it a box, and I actually really like it a box. So
yeah, well, and I think in some certain situations, I think I'm not giving up on it. It doesn't work for league. I've got better options for league, and actually this hammer effect tour, I'm just going to be throwing that indefinitely. I need to cases and cases and cases of that ball.
The effect tour, you said?
Yeah, the effect tour just is nasty.
I can't wait to drill one.
It's the perfect blend of the Envy tour and the Obsession tour. It's not quite as clean as the Obsession tour. It's not as early and slow as the Envy. It's like a bigger IQ tour. It just it's so good.
Oh, even better, because that would actually complement an Ion Pro.
Yeah, it would. If you're one of the lucky ones that got a good Ion Pro, yes, it would actually. Which was really funny because Austin Bolds was throwing his Ion Pro at the Tomsu from like fourth arrow, and it looked amazing. And they bowled Jesse bowled with Zach Rhodes, and so Zach saw Austin's Ion for a couple shots. Is like, okay, so Zach pulled his out, and it looked like a plastic ball. It just went 80 feet and missed the head pin. And it instantly went back in the bag, and it's kind of like, dude, why did? It's like I haven't seen an Ion Pro look as good as Austin's did. Like if I had that ball reaction, I'd never put it away. Yeah, the effect tour is the new promotion, definitely.
Mine looks pretty good. If you would see mine, you'd actually.
Yeah, yours looks pretty good. Mine is very like I didn't ever have any bad sets with it in Lawrence.
Yeah.
Except I shot 580 one week, but I bowled terrible.
That sounds like me the last couple of weeks.
But everything else I shot between 640 and 670, 680 with it.
Mhm.
I think I shot 700 one week with it too. But it just, man, I could get to the pocket, but I was shooting like 7 pins a week. And since I've stopped throwing it, my scores haven't significantly improved, but I'm just not shooting 7 pins anymore.
I like to pull it out later in the evening,
and
it seems to be where it shines. I can't throw it on fresh unless it's just set up perfect for it. So
yeah, I think given the Taylor's the one that's risking his employment.
He's risking it all. That's right.
So
yeah, no good, buddy. No worries. When you re-asked, I'm glad we were able to cover it so you could hear it.
Yeah, and I've debated putting out that video because I got film for the Ion Pro. I threw it for a solid hour. I bowled several games with it, and it looked like dog shit for a solid hour. And I think I got a bad one, or I don't match up with it or something, because I have seen some good ones. So I don't know that I want to spend an entire video just dumping on something that just doesn't look right.
You're right.
Because I had my first idle pearl was awful. Like it was one of those where you see the ball like spinning, and it almost looks like it's kind of starts spinning the opposite direction.
Yep.
Mine literally wanted to stop and start hooking the opposite direction. And I saw nobody else that had a bad idle pearl. Nobody else. And I'm like, okay, well, this has got to be an isolated thing instead of, oh, that ball's trash or whatever. It's got to be an isolated thing. I drilled another one. It was one of the best balls I've ever thrown. And then I drilled like 2 or 3 more. I've actually got one sitting upstairs still that I drilled lefty that I need to really fix. But yeah, just amazing ball since I gave it another chance.
So while you're grabbing that, just a random question, just because. But what would be the most versatile big ball? Jim, Pure Madness, Ion Pro territory.
Well, it would be the Ion Max. Yeah. Definitely not the Pro because it's not a big ball. I think the Mesmerize is one of the best big balls out there right now.
Mesmerize looks very good.
One of the most versatile ones, definitely. The Ion Max definitely has to be up there too. That's a very good one. The Origin. I put Tobias's Origin video up before we I put it up. I released it at 5:45 today. The Origin is stupid. It looks like a Brunswick ball. So I've been talking about how, dynamic, sharp and dynamic. The storm stuff has been kind of early and lazy the last year or so. Yeah, I figured you meant Ion Max. That's why I went for that. But dude, the Origin is dumb.
It looks good. It looks really good.
Dumb.
I've gotten several front six with it, but I have to use it at 2,000 in the second game.
If I kept it with some surface on it, it'd probably work better. I just don't want to research. My problem with being on the left side of the lane is if it doesn't hold surface well, I can't throw it. If I can't throw it shiny, I can't throw it, because if it lane shines in a game, my side of the lane doesn't change. Sometimes that's great. Like if a ball lane shines that fast as you're bowling, the lanes transition and the ball shines at the same time as the lanes are transitioning. And so sometimes it works out really well. On the left side, if a ball doesn't hold surface, I can't use it. And if it doesn't look good shiny, I can't use it.
What is this?
This is Broken Goblet Hazy IPA, Harmonic Overtones.
I'm not going to lie to you. That is a really cool name.
Yeah. It's a very cool can. This is a very cool can.
That's Chris Barnes' favorite ball now. Now, I've seen some postings on it, but like I said, I have not seen anything on the Origin. So that's just my fault. I'll start looking at it.
Dude, the Origin is dumb.
I've been trying to put a list together. Some couple balls, a
Absolutely.
few balls I want to drill. And I don't know. I'm going to drill an Effect Tour for sure.
Ben Salem.
Where's this from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. I guess he's from PA, right?
Yeah, he's up that direction.
Back was getting tight, so just got to turn north, face full frontal here.
That's a solid one.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. Let me
What you pulling up here? Origin?
I thought I put the Origin.
Seen Angel throwing the Ricochet the other night.
Did it not?
I did not. Oh, you said did it not?
November 13th.
Was that last?
Should've. Unlisted. No. Come on.
You got to repost it.
This is the second time this has done this to me, and I'm really pissed. I'm starting to get pissed off at this. I scheduled it to release at 5:45 because I thought it'll release before the show, and we'll be good to go. And it just changed itself to unlisted.
Why would it do that?
Do
Do you think the live had something to do with it?
No, this is the second time it's done it on me because I scheduled one to go up while we were at the Tom Sue,
Mhm.
and it didn't go up.
Oh,
So YouTube is being stupid recently, and it's
just
really,
schedule it for like 8:15.
It's really starting to piss me off. So yeah, I'll just schedule it for 8 because we'll
We
get
can
done
end a
with
couple
it.
minutes early, then we can get.
Yeah.
So yes, he's going to reschedule the Origin for Tobias that was in here chatting with us
Yeah.
earlier. He's gonna schedule for 8. So if you want to catch it, the video of that, please go check it out after we get off the air here.
Yeah. But yeah, so check this out here. I can see all the rest of these.
Okay. Just seeing motion out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tobias, are you still in here? Are you going to throw this thing on Thursday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I should say. Oh, my.
I mean, this thing just boogies.
It gets really long ways down there.
Yeah.
What is it?
It was supposed to be like a medium strength ace down, but it just looks off the freaking planet.
Thing looks pretty. On the left. I'm a Brunswick guy, but Columbia equipment just doesn't match up with me. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You throw the Hammer brand at all? I haven't drilled a radical ball in a really long time. I think the last one I drilled was a conspiracy theory, and I had to give it up because I signed with Motiv, so I wasn't able to throw it anymore. We got Trevor through so many honor scores of that conspiracy theory. Maybe probably it's the star because I need to score bowling games. Facts. We need to get some points. My team has to carry me like they have been the last month
Yeah.
because I've been awful.
I also got the for For those of you that are members, you've already seen the Origin review, and I got the Attention Star S2 up today too. So now it's scheduled. That's great.
Scheduled for 8.
Yep, scheduled for 8. So it's okay. It's finally up now. But
Tobias, are you talking about the Attention Star 2 or are you talking about the Attention Star? I didn't know if you. Just curious. I haven't seen anything on that either.
He's not going to be able to throw the Origin on a house shot.
Like still throwing the OG Summit, or Luke still throwing the OG Summit at all? I'm averaging 250 for first games over the last 9 weeks with mine. Just need to figure out a transition.
I still take it everywhere.
So I found
It still goes everywhere.
I found a website that actually has one.
Mm-hmm.
The Summit for like 140 something. I'm thinking about buying one.
Yeah, that would be a good. That would definitely, because it's earlier and slower, so it would. But it's chonky.
Is it pretty chunky?
It's chonky, but man, it hits. That's the one where that's one of the ones where the AI thing seems to pan out for everybody. It carries the off. Like I get some of the ugliest hits ever with it, but they go down. That's one where the AI core absolutely does what it's advertised to do. It may look ugly, but it knocks the pins down. And I've still got 3 or 4 of them left.
Yeah, maybe I'll
drill
one of those.
I absolutely will not go anywhere without a Summit. It's my security blanket now. It doesn't get thrown a whole lot, but I will never go anywhere without it.
Is it a hybrid?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It's ASIM, isn't it?
No, it's symmetric. It's a really big symmetric ball, and it acts like a solid, but it's hybrid.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I've been interested in one, and I saw one today. I was just kind of at lunch. I was just kind of browsing through some stuff, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, the Summit's one of those. It doesn't do anything special. It's kind of ugly. Kind of rolls kind of ugly, but it just dump trucks the pins.
Origin is a big ball, excellent ball down on fine, man.
Yeah, the Origin is like one of the strongest shiny balls ever. It's not as early and chonky as an exotic gem, but they rank the cover like in the middle. They put out their some updated cover core chart rankings, and the roto chart is still wrong like it always has been. It doesn't even have like the roto chart. Nick Brown put stuff up on SRG BBFS, and the roto chart still does not include the nucleus core, which is in the cell series. It's like they've been making cells for 10 solid years now, and you can't put the damn core on the list.
There it is. $139.95.
Cue.
I think I'm gonna get one of
Yes,
those.
Bowler X.
Do I buy it now and ask the wife for forgiveness later?
Yeah, I mean it's only $140. So.
Yeah, I mean shoot. Screw it. No, I think I'm gonna get one. Yeah.
But yeah, but they put the Origin cover middle of the road. They didn't put the Origin core on the list, but the Origin cover is on the list, and it's like middle of the road. It's actually underneath the Zen cover, which doesn't make any sense because the Origin just hooks off the planet. It's not as chuggy as the exotic gem, but outside of the exotic gem, I can't think of another shiny ball that is this beefy.
I just text the wife.
Yeah.
$139.95
Yeah.
from this website. Buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have my wallet with me, or I would literally sit here on the show and I would purchase it. There it is. Like card it, buy it. See,
It's your birthday.
Sorry. I'm just vibing here. It's a whole new vibe.
In a youth league, and there's a kid with an exotic gem. He can't. Yeah, the exotic gem is the strongest shiny ball ever. There's just nothing that compares to the exotic. And even the stronger Brunswick shiny stuff, which is really strong. I can't think of a Brunswick shiny ball that outhooks the Origin. The Wicked Collision maybe. Not the Vaporize is too clean. The one Reverb is a little too clean also.
Gosh, this thing's hot.
The Intense Mindset's a little too clean. The Atlas Hybrid is close, but it's still not on the Origin level.
All right, my peeps, this hat is hot.
Oh, the Hammer Effect. The Origin is an archy, more continuous Hammer Effect. It's just
Whew.
absolutely dumb.
Sitting here sweating bullets. Don't mind me. That thing gets hot after a while because the way it's lined. So I went almost all the show.
Yeah,
with
I
it.
don't understand why that birthday hat's so hot, but it is just absolutely. I don't even understand. It seems like it'd be breathable, but it's
I can
just,
do this.
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah.
The candles. I got to fix the candles. It's bothering me. Oh, there they go. It's going to start a fire up in here.
What you doing, Mistle? Mistle? You the wagon? You the
Anyways.
wagon the tails? I know.
Yes.
You're a nice little doggy.
I'm waiting for her to respond, but she's probably going to say, okay.
Yeah.
$139.95. That's the best I've seen. It's because it's discoed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give it for
Yeah.
me. We got to have that.
And that's the good thing about that one is it won't be hard to find.
Looks like there's still a lot of them.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is it's not going to be hard to find because it wasn't very popular. It's one of those balls that just, and it's one of those too that you've got to get used to because it will be the pukiest, earliest, most disgusting looking ball until you figure it out, and then it's just magic.
Well, that sounds like it'll be magic on the fresh for me at Roll
Because
Crest.
that's what I shot 730 every single week for like 5 or 6 solid weeks in a row at the end of the season last year, or at the end of the year, and then I started throwing Brunswick stuff in January, and that was a definite adjustment. But I couldn't miss with the Summit. And Eric Moore saw me shooting scores week after week after week, and so he bought one, and then he started shooting big scores week after week. He's thrown a lot this year. So yeah, it's just one of those balls that it just gets work done. I
like it. Well, the way what you just described, the way the ball reacts and shapes, sounds like I will destroy some fresh at the Royal Crest with it.
You should. It may even work at Gauge.
Oh God, I've been trying to avoid anything new that I drill. Trying. Like the beat up NV tour that I've got, I only throw it. I do not throw the fresh one at Gauge. It tears my stuff up.
Yeah, the Origin is a volatility torque.
I never threw one of those.
Altered reality. The altered reality is kind of more effect shaping, but I agree on the general. The point he's making, I agree on. The shapes are slightly different, but the point he's making, yes, for all intents and purposes, it's an altered reality.
Wasn't the volatility torque one of the ones that came out when 900 Global moved to Utah?
Yeah.
Around COVID time?
Yeah. The torque was good. It was kind of ugly, but that was one that Jillian Martin really loved. And
Isn't that like purple and green?
Yeah, it's kind of an ugly ball. But yeah, it had the altered cover. It was a hybrid altered kind of basically.
I wish they'd bring back the Honey Badger. Just bring back just a ball with that name. It'll sell instantly.
Yeah, their ego's too big to do that.
Why though?
I don't know.
You don't want to print money?
Yeah. All they have to do is make some kind of a Honey Badger. And they've got some Zen Reloaded that they've been sitting on that's supposed to be coming. And then the Marvel AI, which I think is still coming. Everybody, well, it's overseas, but there's been several balls that have shown up overseas, and then they get there earlier. And I also have a lead on another ball that I'm not supposed to talk about yet. So,
I already know what that one is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already know what that one is.
Yep. Another interesting one, very interesting one coming.
Which is stateside.
Yeah, which is stateside.
Yes.
It should get announced another week and a half.
Okay. Won't even say the color, no nothing, because it probably already get leaked. It's already been leaked somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been leaked, but it hasn't hit the USBC approved list yet. So that's normally when people find out about it.
A Marvel AI would be sexy, though.
Yeah. If they just straight up remade it with AI, it should be be good.
They're going to sell it just by slapping the Marvel name on it.
Oh, yeah. And it looks just like the original Marvel Pearl. So that would be...
If it says Marvel AI, I can almost guarantee you it's going to be a stateside ball.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Phase AI. It's just that screams US.
Market. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have some unique kind of name or something.
It's not like the Marvel uppercut with a twist. I'm sorry. But that's because they always have those different names overseas. Like you look at it and you're like, okay, I don't even have to look at the ball. I just read the name and I know that's overseas. Don't have to look at the numbers, no nothing.
Marvel Max Impact. Attention S, Strong Bite Tour, High Road Rush, Phase 3 SE. That's one I need to put holes in.
Speaking of pretty money, have there been any rumors of a new Belmo ball?
Belmo was talking about testing some stuff out a month ago or so.
Didn't he post a picture of a blank ball?
Yeah, he posted a picture of a blank bulb. So there is another Belmo ball coming at some point.
I have a Marvel AI and it's very clean, so it must have been released overseas already.
Yeah, it's already overseas, and that's where most of them show up overseas early
To test the market?
It's just they get them first. No matter whether it's stateside or whether it's going to be overseas, they always hit the overseas market first, which is why most of the time you will see Japanese or Korean videos go up for stuff that we're going to get stateside.
It does remind me more like an original Marvel Pearl. That sounds hot, actually.
Yeah, I would be
that
down
sounds
for
good.
that.
I'll have that.
Man, somebody was selling an original X Factor.
I saw it, like $600.
Yeah. That of any ball that would be worth it.
I'm ready. I was willing to trade my firstborn for it.
Yeah. You can have another one.
Yeah. Those hips, you must only be able to have 6 or 7 children.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. No, I saw that. And I mean, that thing was like pristine with the original box, everything.
Yeah. It looked amazing.
That's almost worth trading like 4 or 5 balls for that.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, can we talk here? I've got some good stuff. I've got how many, a case. I will send you a case.
Just literally.
Here's the list. Pick 4. We're done.
I saw that and I was like drooling. I had to like get a paper towel.
That was difficult to
one of the greatest balls of all time.
Yeah.
And it smelled amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the insert line name. No comment.
The Simo ball.
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if they do a Simo ball at some point.
Dude, yeah, if they made the no comment, that would break the internet.
The no comment would be pretty good.
Yeah.
It would be. That would be pretty good.
Smart buck. You tired, buck?
So we have the jerseys I was talking to you about.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of show it on here and talk to people about it. But so we finally did the Blind Squirrel Finds a Nut jerseys.
Yeah. Sweet.
It was just 4 of us that got them, and so I finally found some designs and did some stuff on Shutterstock. But it's I found a blind squirrel and it's got random nuts on it.
Yeah.
Is that not great?
Yeah.
They kind of spread it out, makes it look like they're falling nuts.
Oh my God, that's great.
So we did a Blind Squirrel Finds a Nut custom that's coming. You got Johnny's flooring on the sleeve there.
Uh-huh.
I'll show these to you. These have obviously they just got customized, so they're going to be in manufacture. But our team names are always Blind Squirrel, and so the Blind Squirrel always finds a nut. That's the customs that are coming.
Yeah. We'll put the we'll get him up there. He'll wear it one of these days.
So the original mock had that, and they're like, "That's too much. That's too much."
Yeah.
And then they did that one at first. I was like, "Okay, can we back off the nuts?"
Yeah.
Can we back off the nuts? And then there's my lunch there the other day, and then went to that. That looks good.
That's like kind of the right amount.
Yeah, I like it. We're good there.
Yeah.
Cool it coming in clutch again.
Yeah.
Rosedal 10, Haas 10 saves you 10% off. Or $10. Yeah, 10% off. Gosh, I'm bad at promos. 10% off your order at coolwig.com. Holiday season's coming up. So if you're looking to buy a jersey for yourself, somebody else, use our code to save a little bit of money. Ain't that right, Storm?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Buck
on the bottom.
Buck.
What?
I think I have like $50. I need to order one jersey or one hoodie or something.
Oh, I've still got a lot. I need to order some hoodies and some stuff.
Yeah, because December 1st is our day.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be that guy.
Woof. Almost, Buck.
We got about 15 minutes left. We'll probably end a couple minutes early since the Origin video will be premiering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you guys all want to get done here, head over to stay on the same channel and watch the Origin with Tobias there on the Origin. So stepping on words I can't talk.
What are you talking about, Dingo?
Storm says, stay on the channel. Same place.
Dingo.
Watch the Origin video.
And Dingo was his name.
Once again, it was supposed to premiere at 5:45, which was 15 minutes before our show started. And YouTube decided to be stupid.
Second time it's done that to me.
So he's able to get it scheduled for 8 o'clock. So appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. We had a steady little live stream here, still hanging at 70-something. If you want some questions in here, bowling ball questions, anything, you can talk sports. You can make fun of me for being a Broncos fan. I don't care. Fire them in here right now.
No, the Broncos look good.
Yeah.
They do actually look good. And they should have won that game Sunday.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
But I mean, the defense looks really sharp. Of course, it doesn't take a whole lot to shut down the Chiefs' offense right now. To be fair,
we are pretty young on defense side,
but
so
at the same time,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
we're locking up all the youngsters. So
yeah, I think Bo Nix is the real deal. Another year or two, and he'll be. You guys will be getting accused of a ref favoritism.
Whatever. We'll be able to. We got some cap money next year, so we'll be able to spend a little bit of money on some playmakers. So that'll be a nice little bonus. But still able to move the football.
Nice to see Russell Wilson winning games for another team.
I can tell you right now, his ass did not do that in Denver because he looked like a totally different player. He could not. He peed down his leg in the pocket. He's not doing that. I don't understand it.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Nobody speaks.
go Lions! You know what? I'm on the Lions bandwagon. I like the Lions a lot, so I'd like to see them win the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, my team is still in the playoff hunt. We're not going to win the Super Bowl. But I still have to say, go Broncos. But, yeah, the Lions I like a lot. Broncos look good till the last second when the special teams forgot to block. Yeah, John, whatever. It's very smooth. I knocked the polish off. I'm assuming, Rocky, are you talking about the
motor?
Oh.
Yeah, the motor looks ridiculous.
Gotcha.
My pickles.
Excel Tour is great, too. Is this an overseas ball, too?
Oh, yeah.
So we don't – no shame, I'm a Cowboys fan. It's all right, man. I understand. At least you have an excuse for losing now because Dak's out for the rest of the year. So you can just blame it on that and call everything good. All right. Is it just me or have not seen anything on the harsh reality? Maybe that's just my location in Michigan, but I don't know. I've only seen one person in Michigan.
Nobody cared about it. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. It's orange and black.
Crouch is the only one I still see throw it. He throws it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good ball for him if you want something that hooks, but also you can stay pretty straight with. It's a good ball. It's just there's a bunch of other stuff out there that's as good or better.
Hi, buddy.
What you doing, buddy? I know you're getting bored. I know you're bored.
Sir, we have just a few minutes left. They sucked when Dak was there. That's true, they did, but I mean, I think he gives them a better chance to win than Cooper Rush.
Piggy.
Personally.
I know you're a nice pig.
I could be wrong. I'm a Raiders fan, so I always want the Chiefs to get beat. That's right. You are a Raiders fan. I'm sorry. They're going through a rough one, too.
Use nice pigs. I know it's a good pig.
Hi, pig.
You're a good pig. I know you're the best pig.
Hey, Bucko. Homer says, hey, Bucko. I'd like to do a ball video, but some of these ball videos are not good, and I don't want you to put me in the category of people not to see my video. You know what? Just be creative. If you're going to do a ball video and you want to do something like that, be creative. Try and do something that everybody else is doing, because then you will get
YouTube. It doesn't have anything to do with YouTube putting you in that category. It has to do with people seeing you in the category of a ball reviewer.
Yeah. But if you're going to do something and you've not done it before, find a way to be unique in your own way. The cool thing now that people are doing, and it honestly, it helps, I think, is when you mic up the reviewer and they can talk through ball motion and what they're seeing with it and their reactions to the ball going down. And I think that's probably the best direction it's gone. Just do your own thing. I mean, it's taken him. He's pivoted, and there's a lot of things that he does. The report cards, I think, were some of the best things that you did.
Yeah, I just don't have any time. That's one other thing that I was gonna put out there too, is I had to do a report card live stream and catch up like 30 or 40 balls this year. I am not doing all the Brunswick stuff next year. I actually just said thanks, but no thanks. It's too busy, whatever else. And he said, well, Nick Smith told me, it's like, well, if you just want to do like some of the stuff, that's fine. And I said, well, I didn't want to be that guy that just was going to pick all the stuff that I knew that was going to be good for a video. It's like, I would rather just say, be in or be out. But he's like, no, man, it's cool. It's just pick a couple brands. And so I picked Hammer, Brunswick, and Track. Because I got to have the theorems. Hammer, Hammer never misses, and Brunswick, I've liked a lot of the Brunswick stuff. Now, some of the other stuff, we're going to miss some good stuff because there's going to be some more ebonite. There's going to be another game breaker, I'm sure, a GB5 hybrid or something like that. The Ricochet is ridiculous.
Real time.
Yeah, the real time. So we're gonna miss some stuff, but at the same time, I can't do 5 or 6 balls a month. I just can't.
That ricochet, I don't know if I've seen anything go more sideways than the way that thing does.
Yeah,
I mean that thing goes sideways.
even Angels at 1,000 grit punches.
Oh, hard.
So I don't.
That makes the Endeavor look like weak crap because the Endeavor was sharp.
Yeah,
That thing went sideways.
yeah. So it's just I don't. And that's the thing is I've got. I'm doing 2 reviews for every storm ball now. I saw some moron put something when Luis said that he was off staff, or when he announced that he was leaving Storm, somebody put on there, it's like, yeah, I used to watch Luke, but he's focused on Brunswick stuff now, and so I don't anymore. I'm like, man, I was making 1 video for the storm balls last year. This year I'm making 2 videos for every storm ball. So how am I focusing on anything else?
Because people don't pay attention.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just doing Brunswick, hammer, and track next year. And then I'm still gonna I don't know what I'm doing all for stuff next year. But I'm not doing all the Brunswick stuff. I'll still have the preview videos, and I should be able to get back to doing report cards and stuff like that. But yeah, it's busy.
Oh, I get it. FYI, it's 7:52. Just I know you want to get off here before the reviews.
Yeah, well, we'll cut it off at 7:55.
Okay.
So
I think it'd be cool to see the old school Black Beauty with an epic core.
Yeah.
Black Beauty.
Joan Puggles. I know.
Do some U.S. reviews on overseas only releases would be almost useless.
Yeah, I've done those before, and people are curious about them, but they kind of also wonder. It's like, okay, well, why? Okay, I saw this, but you did a review on it. I like it. It's $300. Now I'm mad.
Yeah.
So sometimes people are curious, but at the same time, if they see something and they see it's really good, and then it's going to be $300 to buy one, then they're like, okay, well, this just really ultimately pissed me off.
Yeah.
So what are we doing, Buck? Buckety buck.
X is better than expected.
Buckety buck.
Let's do a ball video. I can't. It won't let me scroll up to see anything, so I don't know if I missed anything. But
Yeah.
we got about 2 minutes left here. Thanks again for everybody that came and hung out with us for my birthday episode here.
Yep.
We always have fun doing the birthday episodes. We get to wear this hat that's really hot.
Yeah.
You know, I was a trooper as long as I could, but it's hot.
Yeah.
I have no hair up there, but it was starting to roll down the side. I was like, nah, we got to stop.
I have to wear it in August.
That's true. Good point. At least it's cold down here at that point.
Yeah,
The AC.
it's an okay temperature down here because we've been wearing the hoodies the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't forget the breakdown pair merch. These hoodies are pretty cool.
These are great. These hoodies are. And we also have t-shirts. So just like smash that like button too. But as you know, we have merch on coolwig.com. You can just go in and literally all you have to type is you can either type my first name or you can type Luke's first name and it'll just pull up our
just pop it up in the search bar.
It'll pop up there. And we have hoodies in this color, black, green, maroon.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the Heather, I'm pretty sure.
This is the Heather, yes.
I'm a big fan of this one.
But if you get one of ours, use our code, save you 10% off of one of our codes, saves 10% off, and saves you a little bit of money on our you will not be disappointed in these hoodies. These are fantastic. Yeah. So
yeah, Josh, we did talk about it earlier. Andrew Anderson is pretty sure he's going to go to SPI. I don't know I don't know if he's going to end up with Storm, Roto, or Global. I would assume Storm.
I think it's pretty sure.
I would assume he might be the one to just be a Global because they've got the Barnes family and Daria and Sean Rash. And there's a couple other ones, I think Chris Sloan, and they don't have a whole lot of Global staffers, but
no, I don't think so. Yeah. I can see him being global.
TikTok look like a Vibo. Yeah, I that makes the most sense across the board.
It does.
So,
put this on again as we end here.
Yep. So yeah, I think since we talked about this, I think we are going to skip Thanksgiving Eve. I think we'll do the first week of December. So it'll be the 4th, the 18th, and then the first week of we won't do January 1st. We'll do the 6th or the 8th.
Which we'll do a Monday that week.
Yeah.
I think we'll just go ahead and start going back to Mondays. At that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. At that point, I think we can start going back to Mondays. So as long as whoever can make it that night, we'll start putting out some feelers and
Yeah, because that will be episode 100. So
yeah, and that's 2 months away. So hopefully we should be able to get. Of course, I don't know. Some people is like, well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 2 months. Theoretically, it's like, yeah, it's far enough out. I don't have anything going on. I can put it on the calendar, but also
put it on the calendar.
you know, at the same time, if something pops up that's more important than spending 20 minutes on a live stream talking to us.
That sounds like a lot of fun, though. That sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a lot
I
better
know.
than doing anything
Yeah,
else,
I know.
right?
Why
I mean,
would
I don't know
anybody
why.
would-
Why are we even thinking about this right now?
And what is anybody going to be doing on a Monday?
Yeah,
January 6th.
yeah. What are we doing here? But yes, we will make sure. We promise you guys we'll put together a good show for everybody on the 100th. We got to celebrate kind of where we came from, and we'll have some fun. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely should say something to Loco. Let's get him on the show.
Yeah. I need to get him on the show, and hopefully he doesn't bowl on Mondays. But
That I don't know. If he does, he can
anywho,
skip.
If the times work, I could get Belmo on the show. It would be
Tough.
I could at least get him to hop in the comment section for a few minutes
Yeah.
because we've had him do that before. We've got the Doggo fundraiser stream that's going to be on the 14th. So that's a little over a month away, but it's going to be on December 14th. We're going to have our fundraiser. We're going to start getting information about that pretty soon.
Hi.
What are you doing? I'm trying. I know, Doggo fundraiser. Thank you. We've got a bunch of prizes and stuff, and so we're going to start putting information on that because that's a little over a month away. But Saturday, December 14th, we will have that, and we might even be able to get some special guests on for that. And then we're going to have we'll have our typical balls of the year, best optics, or best shelf appeal, best ball, whatever else. Yeah, show Belmo the timeless pen. Belmo may like a timeless pen. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, just doing that top. Woo.
yeah. So, Origin review goes up in 2 minutes. So stick around. For those of you that are still left, stick around on the channel. We got the Origin video premiering in 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so you guys can head over to that. So anyway,
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out. We will see you in 3 weeks.